Experience the heartfelt journey of Titanic, the musical, at Spotlight Theater. Imagine stepping aboard a grand ship, one that once made headlines around the world. In just a few days, exactly 113 years after the RMS Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage, a breathtaking production of Titanic, the musical, will unfurl its sails at Moline's own Spotlight Theater from April 4 through 13. This isn't just any show, it's a monumental journey through history, filled with sweeping music and heart-stopping emotions. With music and lyrics penned by the talented Maury Yeston and a compelling book by Peter Stone, this production boasts the largest cast in the Spotlight's nearly 7-year journey. Drawing inspiration from the legendary ocean liner that tragically sank on April 15, 1912, just 5 days into its journey from Southampton to New York, this musical promises a theatrical experience like no other. Originally debuting on Broadway in April 1997, Titanic, the musical, took the world by storm, earning 5 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, and delighting audiences with 804 impressive performances. It's important to note that this theatrical work is separate from the iconic 1997 film, focusing instead on the true stories of the people aboard the ill-fated ship. Under the innovative direction of Noah Hill, who has previously brought us shows like The Lightning Thief, The Percy Jackson Musical, and The SpongeBob Musical, this production immerses the audience like never before. The entire performance will unfold on the theater floor, where tables usually set for guests will make way for 47 passionate performers. What's more, about 25 lucky audience members will find themselves seated right on stage, joining the journey as fellow ship passengers. Co-owner Brent Tubbs, who is also responsible for designing the sound and lighting, shared that the typical Spotlight setup seats around 40. However, for this production, they are constructing a unique set, complete with a cash bar on stage and elevated performance areas. Instead of sinking the set, we're sinking the building, Hill exclaimed, describing how the theater itself will transform into the ship that gradually sinks during the narrative, ultimately leaving only lifeboats visible. It's terrifying how big the space is, but I believe in utilizing distance to create tension and romance. It perfectly displays the sheer scale of the Titanic. Music director Amy Trimble is determined to bring the ambitious score to life, utilizing pre-recorded tracks to replicate the richness of a full orchestra, as accommodating a 30-piece ensemble would simply be impossible. With over 300 pages of music, she recognizes the importance of consistency every night. By having tracks, we ensure the cast hears the full orchestra the same way each performance. Trimble praised Hill's unique vision and approach to directing, calling his style purposeful and refreshing. Tubbs acknowledged the Spotlight's willingness to embrace larger productions without concern for size. When Noah pitched this idea, there were very few people I'd trust as much as him. He's never let us down. The Spotlight has a history of producing interactive shows, including Tarzan, the musical, and Matilda, the musical, where actors frequently blend with the audience. Tubbs promised that this latest show would uniquely engage viewers, saying, the audience will feel like they're walking onto a ship. They'll become involved with the characters in a way that's deeply personal and immersive. Returning to a beloved role, Adam Lounsbury reprises his performance as shipbuilder Thomas Andrews, a part he portrayed in a previous production by Quad City Music Guild. Reflecting on the challenges of this demanding role, he noted, "It's much different for me vocally now at this age than it was 22 years ago. This musical is vocally challenging, with a lot of demanding high-pitched music for the male performers. It's gorgeous yet taxing." As the audience prepares for the emotional weight of the narrative, Trimble highlighted the ensemble aspect of the show, noting that there's no central lead. Instead, the entire cast remains present throughout. The show invites the spectators to connect deeply with the characters and their stories, creating a profound emotional experience for all. The heart-wrenching tales of love and sacrifice come to life in this adaptation, particularly in the poignant story of Isidore and Ida Strauss, played by Joe Urbitis and Marissa Elliott. Their compelling devotion to one another amidst the chaos of the sinking ship is sure to resonate with audiences. The musical touches on themes of class struggle, depicting the Titanic as a representation of societal divides, a point noted in reviews from various critics. It weaves together personal and political narratives, exploring not only ambition but the tragic end of aspirations caught in the reality of life and death. All aboard! Titanic, the musical, runs at the Spotlight Theater, located at 1800 7th Avenue in Moline, from April 4th to 13th, with performances scheduled for Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. Tickets, priced between $22 and $27, can be purchased through simpletix.com. For additional info, feel free to reach out at 309-912-7647 or visit thespotlighttheaterqc.com. Don't miss the chance to be part of this unforgettable voyage.